First of all, I would like to thank His Excellency President Olafur Ragnar Grimsson for bringing the Arctic Circle to Greenland. It has been a pleasure for the government of Greenland to take part of the Greenland Forum. It has been a pleasure of meeting you all for the past couple of days. We have seen people all the way from Australia, from Singapore, from China, from South Korea, from US, from Canada, in various provinces in Canada, from Iceland, Norway, Germany, Denmark, etc. The world has come to Nuuk, and I must say that this Arctic Circle Greenland Forum has been an historic event for several reasons. For the past 3 years, where the Arctic Circle has been conducted under the leadership of President Grimsson, the topics of the Arctic has been raising and broadened, and Arctic has become a more household topic, not only politically, but economically and culturally. And I think Greenland Forum has given a new dimension to the Arctic Circle, because it has given a more human dimension, as we tend to say in the government of Greenland. When the Arctic rises in discussions, in historic perspectives, the conquerors of the Arctic are mentioned on the basis of the explorers who has come to the Arctic. It is a rarity and seldom that the people who have brought the explorers to conquer the Arctic are mentioned, or even unmentioned in many occasions. This also happens today, where the peoples of the Arctic are forgotten in many ways, which is why it is important to have the Greenland Forum. The government of Greenland was committed to arrange the Greenland Forum and started to plan it since last year, and we have been committed to the Greenland Forum from the very beginning. We have been committed to give the Arctic Circle a more dimension in regards to including the people of the Arctic, not only in terms of discussions. It is important to gather people who reside in the Arctic and include them in the discussions, in the science work, in the investments, etc. If we are to create any growth or development in the Arctic, then we must include the people who live in the Arctic. And we are happy that the Inuit Circumpolar Council has been part of the planning and the execution of this forum. And we thank the commitment that we have seen by all the participants during the past couple of days. We are truly privileged to see the scholars, the investors, lawyers, operators, politicians, etc., representing the peoples of the Arctic. The Arctic Circle provides a window of what life is about in the Arctic. It provides us a voice to be heard, and it gives us an opportunity to give you some clues about the opportunities in business, in economics, what can be done in the Arctic. As we have seen for the past couple of days, there has been sessions where we have seen the vast opportunities to do business in the Arctic and to invest in the Arctic. The Arctic possesses many resources that can be used to further development, to further commodities for the rest of the world. And I think this forum has given a few clues on how we can work together to promote an even closer relationship between the neighboring Arctic countries, not least amongst the companies presiding in the Arctic. But this has given us also an opportunity to develop the relationships, as we have seen yesterday with our shipping companies between Royal Arctic Line and M-Ship. It is possible to do business, and it is possible to have a closer relationship. And we are happy that you have taken time to come here to Nuuk and be part of this important event. As Mr. Clemson said, we are discussing how we can promote the Arctic Circle Greenland Forum in the future. And I'm sure that my government will discuss the possibility to take the necessary steps to organize a similar event. There are many topics that we haven't reached during this forum, and I'm sure that when we evaluate what can be done next, I'm sure that we will be wiser and more accommodating to what has been missing for the next event. It has been important for the government of Greenland to facilitate the frames in order to have a fluent dialogue, but also to introduce how life is in Greenland and what business is to be done in Greenland. But the most important gift we have given is, of course, that we have allowed to interact with you for the past couple of days, and we are happy of given this opportunity to be with you, and we thank you all of you for the commitment and the inspiration you all have given. You have all enriched our life, and we thank you for your contribution, and have a safe trip back home. And we look forward of seeing you in near future, and thank you.